Hello, weeaboos. It's your man, recovering alcoholic, and I just want to break down one of my favorite types of games. Ever since I kind of got into playing video games, I always loved open world games, and I just want to break down what makes them actually good, and what separates them from any other type of shit like first-person shooter. It's probably going to be a decently long video, so I'm just going to crack open this totally non-alcoholic soda and get right into it. Let's see if you can get a good sound in. Ooh, that sounded nice. Alright, wait 1 second. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, now that that's over with, I just want to straight off the bat break apart the different types of open world games. You got your two basic types. You got your sandbox, which is more or less you're plopped in a small, very contained, structured, open level, and you can only be in that level for a small amount of time. And then you got your obvious, basic, free open world games where you're plopped in a world and you can do whatever you want, and the missions are kind of around there, but the world is the main part of the game. And games that are more like the sandbox are shit like Hitman, Dishonored, Mafia 2. You can't play the game without actually playing, the levels. For example, in Mafia 2, no matter what, it's always giving you a place to go and you're on a mission. If you die at any time, you restart at the cutscene of the beginning of that level. So let's say you play a level, it tells you to go here, whatever, kill this guy. You do that. If you want to fuck around in the world and steal a card, make a car your own, or rob a store or whatever, if you die at any moment, it takes you to the very beginning of the level. You have to start everything over. And I think that this game, in particular, Mafia 2, fits in that sandbox realm because not only is there nothing to do in the world, but you literally can't play the game without being in a level. And I think that kind of sucks. So to make a good open world game off the start, you can't be a sandbox game. Which, I mean, they're fun, but it's just not the same as being plopped in a world and being able to investigate the whole thing without having to constantly be on a mission or in some kind of scenario where you have to go do something. I think that's pretty stupid. So now that we have clearly defined what I consider a true open world game and other kind of half-assed open world games, let's break down the first thing that comes to mind when you're playing an open world game, and that's the environment. If the environment's fun, then you can spend hours just fucking around, not even doing missions. If the environment is shit, you're just going to be playing the missions, beat the game in a few hours, and then you're going to be throwing it in the trash with all the other shitty games you've had. But before we get into this first topic, I'm going to take another refreshing taste of this non-alcoholic soda. Alright, an environment. Let's break that down. And the environment includes tons of shit. It includes the weapons, it includes the enemies, it includes like transportation, how you get around. It includes, most importantly to me, buildings, weather, all that type of stuff is so important in transporting you to this world that is not your own. Excuse me. Basically, this shit needs to be polished. Everything you do in this world needs to be exactly how you would imagine it to be. Sorry about that. Basically, if the world can transport you away from the world you're in now, or if it can show you a different life that you obviously have never or can't live, that's the true beauty behind an open world game. That's the whole reason you're there. You're there to go out and explore. And each different environment that is taken on by a game can transport you tons of different ways. I mean, we saw Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that's colonial times. We saw Fallout, that's an apocalyptic, era. GTA, this is being a gangster, running around in LA where most people don't live. Eventually you'll see Skyrim, like, you can go there and truly see something that you won't be able to see in real life, or will be really hard to see in real life. And that's one of the main things that makes a game good or not. If it's not good, then it kind of takes you out of it, and it ruins the whole point. It's like, what's the point of making this open world? Why am I having to run around? Might as well make it a normal, balanced game where I just kind of go along your path. But a true open world game has to start with the environment. The environment's what truly makes the game. Now, the next thing we have on our list is NPCs, or non-playable characters. These are basically all the people that are spread around this open world you're running around with, and who you can interact with or fight or whatever. NPCs are pretty much the second most important thing, I think, because they are part of the environment, but they serve their own purpose. I mean, they are the ones that provide you the proper immersion. They should look right, they should act right, and they should send signals to tell the player that they're actually in the area they're in. For example, I mean, if you're in Skyrim and you're in a piece of shit town like Riften, all the people here are kind of gloomy and a little sad. There's no one really super upbeat except for the super rich people. And I think that's kind of makes you understand this area as being kind of more like a slum city. Or like if you go into GTA and you go into, you know, the ghetto, you're going to see a lot of like different types of the gang members and stuff there to show you that there's a lot of gang activity here, and you don't see those gang members up in the Beverly Hills area. And this type of immersion is definitely just insanely important, because without it, you'll just be dicking around in an open world. It'd be like No Man's Sky. You'd just be there and there'd be nothing to draw you in. I think that's part of why the game kind of failed. An ideal example for this is obviously Skyrim. I mean, the NPCs were running around, and I was like, what the fuck's happening? All of a sudden, I know there's a thief there. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna kill the thief because they got some good-ass loot. And then I killed the thief with a shout or something like that, and then the fucking guard is like, hey, don't do that. And I was like, oh, fuck you, I'm trying to record for a video, so I'm not going to deal with you. But basically, I'm just saying, fuck him, and then now that guard's all mad at me and talks shit, and he leaves. So, an NPC needs to be... You should basically be able to tell an NPC's story by not even talking to them personally. By what you overhear, by what they're wearing, and how they're acting, and whether or not they look, you know, strong or weak or whatever. And an NPC's basically a part of the environment, but if you take the environment out, it still will immerse you so greatly in the game that you'll feel like you're in an open world. Like a good base level, like Call of Duty type game that's not an open world, that has great characters, makes you feel like you're in an army and immerses you in the game better than just having awesome graphics that really take you back to fucking 1940 in the World War II. So characters are pretty much an insane part of open world games and should definitely have fine detail. Now, we've discussed the environment and the NPCs, which kind of blend together. So another kind of important thing that I think we should break down is the levels. So a really great free world game allows you to kind of attack a level from many different sides. I mean, GTA Online, the one I'm using right now, just because that was the one I had, is probably not the best example, because you basically go to a mission, you have to do it one way. You have to go here and kill a guy. But there is some slight different ways to do things, and the more ways to attack an objective, the better. And the more kind of immersion you feel, because you're making the choices. You get to choose what to do. It's not just go here, shoot these guys, go here, shoot these guys, go here, shoot these guys, go here, blow up the boss, and then you finish. It's that would be like a Call of Duty type game. But a game like Skyrim or Mad Max or some of the GTA missions, you can do whatever you want. You can roll up on a guy, jump out the car, hit him, blow it up, shoot everybody there, grab the thing, or you can roll up in a fucking helicopter and shoot everybody down with a tac chopper or something. And that type of choice allows players to feel more into it, feel like they're actually the person, and it immerses them more and creates for just a way more fun gameplay experience. I've played through many different games, like Mafia 2, which I said was not a free roam game, but whatever, fuck myself. I went through those, and I was doing it the same way every time I replayed the game, and then I realized that you can kind of cheat in one of the levels and basically go around doing any of the mission and just kind of get your own kind of get the objective done without doing anything, and that's the way I do it from now on because it's a shitty level. And that type of choice allows you to play a game many different times. Something like Infamous, where you have two different storylines that you can do, and you have two choices to make, being good or bad. That type of shit makes me want to replay the game right after I finish it to play the bad version or to play the good version, which I fucking did, because you get those choices, and that's so fucking important when you're playing a video game, is to have a choice in what you want to be or what you want to do or how you want to attack an objective. Now, last on the list, you got the unique quality of what you're doing. Where are you? What is a special, X factor that I can't do in real life or that I can't do on a normal video game? I figure the easiest way to explain this is to break down your basic common free world games and show you their X factor. First, you got Red Dead Redemption. You're gonna be a little cowboy. Then we got Saints Row 2. What are you gonna be? You're gonna be a fucking cholo gangster. You got Mad Max. What are you gonna be? You could be some fuck in the apocalypse. Lastly, you got GTA. What are you gonna be? Well, I don't know. You're gonna go fucking crazy and blow shit up. I mean, for example, look at this clip of me and Nick just doing retarded shit for like, I don't know, 30, 40 hours. Don't pull up that. Get on my whip. Get on my whip. We're gonna hit this jump. Oh shit! Don't try to. Yeah, you're not gonna pull the trigger so close. Oh. My whip. No freaking way.
How do I drop this bitch again? It's F10. F9. There we go. Come here. Ah, shit, brother. Come here. Don't come here.
Wait 1 sec.
Don't come here.
One-on-one deathmatch. Do it, kid. You're pussy.
Okay, call me back once you decide.
Get the cops off. We're gonna have to go in it with them on.
Incoming dunk. First person mode. I can't fucking see shit.
Cops.
You ain't going nowhere.
These cops are gonna be toast.
Big PP for you, more like big PP for me.
So I know that was a bit of a long segment, but I just found every clip in that so fucking funny and I couldn't stop from posting that. Cause I thought that was fucking hilarious. It brought me back to the summer when we were playing that. But anyways, what I'm trying to get at is, the uniqueness and the different quality of whatever game you're playing kind of shapes your attitude, and then also takes you into that X Factor mode to where you're doing what you could never do. Like in Red Dead, you're a cowboy. You're not a fucking cowboy. It's not the 1800s. Saints Row, you're a fucking cholo. You're probably not a fucking gangster. And other shit. I mean, like, you're doing something that you wouldn't normally be doing, and that intrigues people so much, especially if they want to do that shit, that they keep coming back and they keep playing that game. So that's the end of the good old open world video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I've been trying to make this video for like a few weeks, but I was just fucking busy with the school and stuff. I know it was kind of long, but I hope you guys liked it. I hope me drinking my beverages weren't too obnoxious for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that, I didn't miss anything. I thought the environment, NPCs, levels, and the X Factor were good enough. If I missed anything, you can tell me. Call me a bitch. Fucking do anything. I think it's time to celebrate, because I finished this in such amazing time. So, if you want to join my channel, you can subscribe. You can lick my taint. You can suck my nuts. You let me suck your nuts. I don't care. You can do whatever you want, as long as you like this video. I'm just kidding. I really hate myself. Alright. You guys have a good day. I know I won't. Bye.